What's up? Welcome back. Episode 2 of Three Sides to the Game. I am your host, the one that matters the most, Mills, aka Coach Miller, aka me, aka I'm him. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Hey, my Cowboys is looking good, and we back for episode 2, baby. Let's go.
Hey, I just woke up, but I got my own song. Feel me? I'm coming in with my own beat. They scared to come outside. They should have never let me win one game last week. What's up, baby? Shout out to SHC, man. Hey, came through with the Bruce. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, but good morning. Good morning. Happy to be here. It's gonna go down again. We got some good topics for you. We're finna get into a little bit. We're not agreeing on a lot of these topics, so it should be good. Enjoy. What's up, LD? Talk to us.
Hey, you look like you still got morning breath.
Hey, boy, I done took a shower. You feel me? I got on my Giants playoff shirt. Do y'all got a? They don't even got a baseball team in San Antonio.
Hey, I'm from Detroit, man. I got the Tigers.
They got a baseball team out there?
I'm not about to keep playing with this dude.
LD, you out of pocket, bro.
Hey,
I thought you had a hockey team.
hey, shit showered and shaved, baby.
I don't know.
Go ahead, El.
This the babyface assassin, man. They both look like they're about 10 years older than me. But I'm the third hostess with the very mostest. We're about to get into these absolutely wonderful, thought-provoking topics as per the usual, man, with my two comrades. So about to get into it.
Hey, so we're gonna start off with this transfer portal. I think Ladarian actually brought this up. Just the transfer portal is a lot different from when we played college football, and it seemed like I don't know. Depends how you want to look at it. Is it being abused? Is it giving athletes freedom to choose the schools that they want to go to? So we just want to get y'all's perspective on it, and then go ahead.
So I'll go first, man. I think originally the transfer portal was, it was brilliant. You know, you got coaches who can be in a job and decide the next day they want to go to another job, and there's no repercussions. You know what I mean? And coaches leave schools all the time. You know, and so I think it was kind of hindering kids, not allowing kids to be able to transfer when certain situations weren't going the way that they expected. You know, but I think at some point the transfer portal it started to get a little bit abused. Like kids are no longer wanting to compete. You know what I mean? As far as when they see like, oh, you told me I was going to start when I got here. And kids are leaving after just one semester. You know, like you ain't even getting in good with the playbook yet, and you're already out of there. Like just this year alone, there has been this offseason, there has been 2,510 collegiate athletes in the transfer portal in Division One. That's
Also,
insane.
we got to know, just because you leave a transfer portal don't mean you get to go to another school. Some people is stuck in that portal looking dumb.
That's when I feel like it starts to get a little abused. Like 2,500 kids, that's a lot, man. But then I look at the quarterback from Utah, right? He played for Baylor. He played 34 games for Baylor. I think he wanted to be like a fifth year senior or something like that because last year didn't count, so he got that extra year. He played the first 3 games at Utah and got pulled in game 3 and jumped right in the transfer portal like that next day. So they played Saturday. He was in the transfer portal on Sunday. At that point, I think it's like a little bit abused. You know what I mean?
But if you get benched, and you know you're not going to play no more. Why can't you leave? I get it. I'm in the middle on it. I don't know, but motherfucker, if I get benched, I know I ain't gonna play no more. It's time for me to set sail somewhere else, like the Mayflower. I got to go.
But see, that's not. I don't think you would though. Like because you're a competitor. You like I'm gonna compete to get my spot back. Like, but just up and just dip like the next day. Like, man, what are we teaching our kids? You know what I mean? I wouldn't let my kid just up and transfer like that. I'm sorry.
I think y'all both touched on a good thing, a good point. The competitive nature, So the way we grew up playing sports is like you always got someone on your back. You always got somebody right behind you. So a lot of times some people thrive in that, some people clam up.
Exactly.
So if you wanna continue on playing, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm a little bit in the middle as well. There's some times where the transfer portal works very well. I know just in this season alone, we've seen players. I don't have specifics. You've seen players like, okay, well, hey, this person had committed to such and such school. That coach leaves that school and then goes to another school, and he brings that player with him. So I don't know if that plays a
Hey, I
big
got.
part.
Hey, really, if your coach leave, you should have a free pass anyways. Because I didn't get recruited by this other coach, so why do I got to stay and listen to him? If this guy recruited me, though, I'm just saying if that's the case.
I think it used to be like that, right? Like, or I think that was if a coach got fired, you automatically got a free release,
Fire for
right?
sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, just the competitive nature in me, man. Like, I'm not just going up and dip like that. You know what I mean? My like when I went to college, you know what I'm saying? I didn't start right away. You know what I mean? But I did what I needed to do. Some things happened, and I wound up being a 4-year starter. I didn't think like, oh, let me go ahead and transfer. Like, oh, it's not working out for me. Just me. Like, I knew that what I was bringing to the table, and I knew I was going to be a dog, and I was going to take somebody's spot, and wound up becoming a 4-year starter.
Hey, but
So I'm actually,
go ahead.
I'm actually, so like when we talk about the transfer portal, I personally have not seen, your big programs having any type of issue with the transfer portal. I mean, I'm sure there's been some, but like I feel like those big programs is kind of expect that you to go sit for a year or two. You know what I mean? So when you go into your one of your top five or your power five conferences, and then a top five team within that said conference it's far and few in between as you start right off the bat, especially at a skill position. I mean,
No,
I'm in D lineman or something.
Bama lost a few players in the transfer portal this offseason.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
did
gonna
they?
lose a few, but they got a few to replace though. Like them ain't gonna be the biggest blows. You got to think. Let's think about Jalen Hurt. Right, he transferred. He transferred after the whole
But graduated.
situation and went to OU, but they didn't fall off because that's Bama. That's what he said in the top five programs ain't hurting like that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But see, Jalen Hurts was different though because he graduated. So you can graduate and then go somewhere else and play because you still have that year left, and that's what
And
Jalen Hurts did.
if he played right now, if this happened this year, and then he would not even have to graduate and be able to bounce. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, but he was a grad transfer. The rules was different now. I understand, but sometimes it work out, man. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I think if we revisit this in a few years, the question was, should there be a cap on how many times you can transfer?
Yes, I think that there should because okay, for example, when you go and you transfer to a school, you like, you know what? I'm leaving this school, blah 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 blah, and a coach brings you on, right? He's giving you somebody else's scholarship almost, right? So you go there with him expecting you to be there, and just because things don't go your way right away, you up and leave, and a month later, like to go somewhere else. And then if it doesn't work out there, should you be allowed to just up and leave and go somewhere else? Like, man, how much time should a person get like to transfer? Like to me, I think that's crazy. That's unheard of to me.
Hey, and the other thing is they can't transfer just in the middle of the season, right? They still got to wait for the end of the semester, right? So you still got to go to school, right? You still got to go to school at least till say like December before you can go to the next school, right? Because you're a college student, you can't up and bounce.
Saying I think the kid from Utah, the quarterback, I think he transferred after the third game. That's still beginning of the semester. Yeah, he left after he got benched the third game. That Sunday, he was like, I'm out. Like, man, you just got here from Baylor a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he already has something in his pocket. Then if you up and bounce,
Exactly.
yeah, maybe it was
Exactly.
deciding between Utah and another school before he decided on Utah. Oh, my bad, coach. I want to come play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot.
that's what I mean. My bad, LD. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I feel like also too one of the things that a lot of these young men and women got to think about too is like Mike mentioned earlier, just because you go on the portal, I mean somebody will pick you up. Now in this sense, it seemed like he already had a plan in motion. Like, okay, I'm gonna get in the portal. Utah come grab me. You know what I mean? But the the run of the mill players that go to the transfer portal, it's not a chance. It's not a given that you'll get picked up. So you go leave the situation. You can go leave the situation where you're on a scholarship to go play a 50-50 game. You know what I mean? And then as a coach, it's like, okay, you might get one of those coaches where someone coaches or ADs, and you're like, okay, I see what you're trying to do, young man, young lady. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get further in life. Or you might get the one that's opposite, like, okay, you want to leave? No, you ain't coming back. Nobody pick you up in the transfer portal? Bye. You know what I mean? So it's a 50-50 chance a lot of people's taking. And I understand people want to want to pursue their dreams. And I fully support that. But like I said, man, I'm kind of in the middle. Like it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, depending on your personal own situation. It could be good, it could be bad for you.
Hey, it's all good. So we mixed on the transfer portal. That's kind of the balance of our relationship. We all got different expectations. Yo, we back. We took a quick break. I had to refill this coffee and throw on this official San Francisco Giants hat, baby. I'm a state representing, but we got a controversial topic, I think, and we'll all be involved in it or already have, right? Me and Mills having Ladarian's on his way with baby girl playing soccer and gymnastics. So expectations of kids, right? With sports, we are all former athletes. I think, I guess it's like a dream to have your kid play sports, right? You know what it's done for you and how much fun you had. So I want to talk about your expectations of your children in regards to sports, not in life, but just sports.
I think for me personally, man, and I'll pop it off, man. I think for me personally, and like I've always like, man, everybody wants to like until Kobe made it popular to be a girl dad, right? Like every man's dream is like, man, I gotta have a son because I want my son to play sports, follow my footsteps, especially if you were an athlete, right? Um, and so for me, what I'm saying, my daughter was never really interested in sports. She's just now starting to get into track, which is pretty good because she's fast. And so that for me, for my son, what I'm saying, before I got him like full time, like he was never interested in sports either. And then one day he kind of just was like, Dad, like, are you gonna sign me up for football? And I was like, you want to play football? And he was like,
And you
yeah. I'm
start
like,
crying and shit.
hey, I was, I might have teared up a little bit. Hey, you're supposed to be muted. I might have teared up a little bit, but yeah, man. And so for me, I was like, okay, like let's get it, And so we started training, and it was like he was natural, but you could tell he was still super raw. And so I was expecting him to come out the gate like, man, you're supposed to know what you're doing, right? And he didn't. And I got caught up in comparing him to other kids who had been playing football for years. And so it was frustrating because I'm like, man, I know, like people look at me like, man, you train athletes, you're a coach, man, and blah, blah, blah. Like your son's supposed to be out here killing.
Right,
And I'm
hella added pressure to
you know what I'm saying?
the 5-year-old
And so,
Jeremiah. He just trying to goddamn catch a ball and people thinking like, well, shit, your kid can't be sorry if you training all these kids, but that's not really what it's about. But I get it though. That's just how people are.
right. And so I was a little at first I was kind of frustrated, like, hey man, you're supposed to know your right from your left out there on the field. And so I got caught up in that, but once I broke it down, I had to sit down with myself, like, look, he's new at this, even though he's natural because he likes to hit, like you still got to start with the basics. And so once we kind of got that, it was like, all right, well, if this is what you really want to do, I'm gonna push you. So he trains with the high school athletes that I train. I'm like, oh, you want to be good or you want to be great? So I ask him that all the time. And so for me, my expectation now, because he said this is what he wants to do. Like he's like, I want to play for University of Texas or I want to play for Alabama. But then you need to train like that. So I never pushed him to play. I never pushed him. It wasn't until he told me like this is what I want to do. So my expectation for him is like he might decide when he gets to high school he doesn't want to play anymore. I'm gonna have to go adopt another kid if he does. But
yeah, I'm say you're gonna be a sad motherfucker.
Yeah, so that for me, it's I'm only gonna push him as far as he wants to go. Right. If he decides he doesn't want to play anymore, I'm not going to be that guy that says, no, you playing, because then in the end, it'd be like Joe Jackson. He's going to resent you in the end. So that's my take.
Joe Jackson. Hey, so you got a different perspective. I'll get to me last. You got a different perspective. You got a little princess there, just got into soccer and you starting to buy into it. Like I can see through your text, you so happy about it in the gymnastics. So what's your expectations for Maya, and have they changed since you got in sports?
Yeah, man. So similar. Excuse me. With me having a daughter, man. So my thing, I played basketball all my life. So my thing was I want to play basketball, and I like boxing too. So I'm like, I want my daughter to box. So I want her hands to be nice. In case of my.
Hey, Layla Ali, man, goddamn.
Maybe a baby assassin out here. You know what I mean? So I just wanted her to be able to take care of herself. So. And like kind of Mill said, like, I mean, Maya's only 8. She just turned 8 last month. So sports, she was like, oh, I kind of like it, but like gymnastics was always her thing, right? So she's been doing gymnastics since she was 4. So off and on since she was 4. And like for the last year, she's been consistent. So, she got second place her first competition. So now I'm hella juiced. I'm like, okay. And then boom, soccer comes. She's like, Daddy, I want to play soccer. I'm like, all right, bet. So I kind of asked Maya a similar question as to Mills asked Jeremiah. It's like, okay, you want to be good or you want to be great? We got this thing where we're about to go practice, go do our drills Sunday mornings. And we I asked her, I'm like, hey, great players, they do what? To be great, you got to what? And she said, practice. I'm like, so we got to practice. We got to put in work, right? So, if she just had her game, I think they 3-2. She got a couple goals on the season. And she's just like, she playing aggressive. And it's a trip to see like her aggression come out in a positive way and kind of channeling that. But me pushing her to do sports. So to see her aggression come out, see her competitive nature come out in a positive way. And it's like, man, you're seeing your child do some stuff that she don't usually do. She bodying people, somebody push her, she pushing her back. And it's a trip to see her, kind of developing. And then, we had this thing where it's like, okay, this is what you did well. I always try to build her up. I'm trying to tell her what she did well. And then also, kind of give her some pointers too, and not cut her down after the game because I don't want her confidence to go away. But also pushing her. But like Mill said, I want to push her to the point where she's like, I don't want to play this no more. And then she'd be mad at me, and it's like, no, you finna play. And it's like, nah, I don't want to do that. What I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, both of y'all, have y'all heard of the? It's like it's called like the sandwich, where basically you give them something good, right? Like you did this well. You give them something bad, like this was terrible, etc. Then you come back and give them something good. Like it's like the sandwich effect. So I start using that with Amari. But yeah, go ahead. You got something, Mill?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, man, she came in with Daddy, I want to play basketball, and she like, I want you to be my coach. I'm like,
now you out there crying and she is sniffling. Oh, soft,
right?
We ought to be doing the drills. And then as soon as she said that, bro, I started thinking of drills. I'm like, oh, I'm finna have the bases.
Got her out there drop stepping and all kind of shit. Hey, remember what you said? She 8 years old. Don't turn into what do you say, Joe Jackson?
Right. Let her learn how to dribble the ball first.
Yeah, we go straight basics, man. That's always been my game anyway, man. I'm gonna abuse that backboard when I'm playing basketball. So I'm gonna just try to channel that into her, and then just like spoon feed her. Like before, she's like, "Nah, I don't want to play basketball. I don't want to play basketball." I'm like, "Okay, cool. You can play something. You could be a gymnast for the rest of your life. That's the only sport you want to do. That's cool. But you go do something." But it's just and so we're trying to figure out. We got Monday through Thursday practice. Next is basketball. After that, gymnastics is pretty much year round. So we should do that year round, and she go supplement that with other sports and hopefully some type of stuff.
Hey, so I'm gonna just let you know, since you're a rookie in this thing, it never stops. Your life has just changed dramatically, man.
Dramatically.
Hey, dramatic.
Hey,
now you got a schedule like no other.
And if you do become her coach and she gets on the team and she ain't that good, don't play daddy ball.
Right. Hey. Daddy ball for sure. So what is daddy ball? What is daddy ball?
Hey, daddy ball is your son or daughter is probably the worst player on the team, and he or she is playing regardless. We have that here in Texas. Daddy ball is huge, and it is terrible, and it kills the little league, the sport itself, man. Daddy ball is, parents hate it, but the daddies who coaching their kids, they love it. And I can't stand it.
Yeah. Hey, daddy ball is real out here too. So, but it's a catch-22 because those dads want to volunteer their time to do it, right? So when you out there, I'm volunteering. So yeah, I might give my son or daughter a couple plays. It's really a catch-22. And then I coached Mari since he was little. We started flag football when he was 3. So I've been coaching him, however many years that is, 8 years plus. But I always knew about daddy ball. I knew about daddy ball, and I knew about the perception of daddy ball. So I was hard on it. Sucked for Amari for a while, but I'm like, hey, if you want me to be your coach, this is how it is. You got to get it extra hard. You every time you make a mistake, I'm on you, because then they can never say like, oh, he ain't treating his son like that. Nah, my son got treated worse than yours. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I pull Jeremiah out in a heartbeat. I don't care. If you ain't do what you're supposed to do, I'm gonna replace you. And he knows that. He knows that going into the game. Like, hey, I gotta do what I'm supposed to do if my dad gonna be my coach, because he gonna yank me. Because I feel like if I give it to him like that now, when I can't coach him next year, and then once he gets to 7th grade, 8th grade, and gets to high school and college, all the coaches yelling at you and doing all other stuff, it's not gonna be nothing. You can be, man, my dad used to give it to me like that. And I don't cuss at him and I don't belittle him, but I'm gonna tell him like, hey man, you messing up, period. Just like like the kid that yanked off the field at Oregon a couple weeks ago, and everybody made a big deal about it. Like, oh, did the coach go too far? No, our society is just getting soft. So I'm pretty sure the way he responded, he's used to being treated like that. Like, yes, sir, no, sir, is how he responded. So it was no big deal to him because he probably has great parents. And that's how I am with my son. Like, man, by the time you leave me, you'll be able to say, like, hey, man, my dad gave it to me like that. Yes, sir, no, sir. Listen to the coach and keep it going.
Hey, I got a quick question for y'all. I got a question. So, like I said, this is Maya's like first time, really playing like a team sport. So a lot of times when we have practice and a lot of times in our game, she looking if she feel like she make a mistake, she look my way, or she feel like I must be in trouble. And it's like I don't be like you said, I don't be belittling or none of that. I don't be yelling or nothing like that. I just be trying to feel like. So how long did it take for y'all kids to like just be solely focused on the game instead of looking at the sideline for that?
Hey, that's gonna happen for a minute because at the same time, like they trying to make you proud too. It's like a I don't know, they got two missions at the same time. They want to do
They
good,
want the
but they also
approval.
want to make you happy too. So even to this day, I go to Amari's games. He's still looking at the crowd, and I'm gonna give him a thumbs up, or you know what I'm saying. I'll give him a quick pointer. But one thing I'm never gonna do, I'm never gonna go outside of what the coach say. You know what I'm saying? Like if I feel like he can make a steal or something, I'm like, hey, jump it, baby, let's go. You know what I mean? Like just those type of things. Or if he asks me for advice, like sometimes he get trapped. What I'm supposed to do, hey, hey, keep the ball high and look in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Quick pointers, but I'm never going over what the coach say. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you the coach, and you allow me to sit here and just be a spectator. So I'm gonna respect you to that
Right.
point.
Okay.
Right. No, no, for sure. I think kids are they look for that approval, right? From their parents. So they don't want to let you down, right? So they're gonna be looking in it like my son, he'll do something, and even if it's right or wrong, he looks right to the sideline to see. I'm like, I'm watching you, man. Like, and then when he comes to the sideline, the beauty of being his coach, I'm able to talk to him. You know what I mean? But history shows that uh I think it was I read something that it said that like 70% of the kids quit playing a sport on the car ride home, right? And that's because the parents are on the way home. You did this, yada 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 yada, and they just tear a kid down. So I never heard of the whole sandwich effect. I actually like that. But I think it was like 70 to 75% of kids they quit the sport on the car ride home mentally because of how the parent treats them or talks to them after the game. You know what I mean? And so yeah, they're always going to be seeking that approval.
Yeah, hey, absolutely. It's like just expectations. Like Mari started so young, like whatever. Some people like, oh, he started too young. I'm like, well, the kid wanted to play, but I was hard on when he was younger. Like I was hard. So now you at a point where his game developed and he getting more mature. I don't got to be that hard on you. You can go play. I felt like I set the foundation. So now you go into middle school, you go into high school. Like you got the foundation. You know how it is to work hard. You know how it is not to slack off. And even some games, man, we went to a game last weekend. So one game he scored 25 points, and another the game that I wasn't there, he scored 11 points, and the team lost by 3. And I was trying to tell him like, hey, even when I'm not there, you got to go hard. Your team needs you. So he's still learning lessons now. You know what I'm saying? Like how to become a better player and how to be like a star player versus a role player. Depending on the team, but the expectation. So the expectation. So are you guys, is this sport supposed to carry them through college, or like where y'all at as far as that?
Man, I would love for Maya to continue on with soccer or gymnastics for college. Like her coach been coaching for 20, 25 years, played travel ball, played soccer back in the day, was a travel ball coach for the last 15 years, or excuse me, the last 16 years, and then came back down to like the PAL type league to kind of like slow down a little bit. You're getting a little older. So, he's telling me like, okay, this is how long has she been playing? I'm like, this is her first year. He's like, wow. So of course I'm like, okay, bet we might have some, you can't, one thing you can't teach height. Maya is 4.5 feet. I don't know how tall
Like
she is.
look like she 12. Yeah, she tall as hell.
No, you can't teach height. And then she's so intelligent, man. She's so intelligent in the classroom and outside of the classroom too. She picked up stuff so well. So if she want to keep going, like Mill said earlier, I'm gonna keep pushing her as far as she want to go. If she want to play this, I'm gonna foster it. You know what I mean? I learned. I don't know a whole lot about soccer, but I can get on YouTube and try to figure out some drills to help her get where she want to get.
For sure. What about you, Mills? Like, so for you're a coach, right? You're a high school coach. You're a trainer. You got a 7-on-7 program, and you coach your son. So, what's your expectations? It may be a little different than L because he didn't play soccer, right? So, and he didn't do backflips on the beam. So it might be a little different. What's your expectations with this sports? Is it college? Is it played through high school? Is it hit the league? I ain't say it's gonna happen, but what do you expect from it?
The expectation is obviously every kid, every parent, I should say, wants their kid to go to college for free, right? You don't want to have to pay for
Rich.
college.
What if you rich? What if you rich?
So
Then you don't care.
For me, whether that's academics, whether that's sports, right? But I would love for him to go and play college ball. Like right now, I don't miss a game, right? And when he gets to high school, I won't miss a game. And so when he gets to college, man, it's gonna be the same thing. Like I don't plan on missing a game. So if he decides that that's what
Hey,
he
we
wants to
gonna be
do,
them.
then we going to the top.
We're
You
gonna
know what
be
I mean?
3 old ass motherfuckers in the stands. Hey, traveling, trying to hit a tailgate, old as shit.
Right, right. Hey, at the
Trying to hit all these
tailgate.
events.
I had to tell
Right.
you,
No, for sure. No. So for me, like if his goal is to make it all the way, then we reaching for the stars, man. We're trying to go to the top. That's my expectation. It's as far as he wants to go.
Hey, no doubt. So, hey, for me, knowing Amari's ability, I feel like he can if he stayed the course, stayed with it. But I want him to play college ball because I remember how fun it was, right? I remember getting this scholarship and going off to play and meeting new people, traveling every Friday, you know what I'm saying, and going to these parties and the homecomings and the clubs after where they treat you like, damn, good game out there. And then other things like, growing up where we at, maybe you didn't see different races, right? Learning how to bond with different races. Sports taught me that, right? How to bond with different races. So now my circle of friends and y'all's too is different races, Black, Indian, Asian, you know what I'm saying? Middle Eastern. So that's another life lesson that was taught through sports that I want him to be able to, enjoy.
I got one more. I got some notes here too. I'll be super quick, super brief. I want her to be focused. I understand that you got a goal. Everybody's trying to get this goal. Be meticulous as best as you can. Again, she ate. You know what I mean? So she squirrel, butterfly. You know what I'm saying? So she still gotta. We still trying to reel that in a little bit. Understand that after a long time, being perfect is impossible. It's impossible to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all laughing? I'm telling you, there was a butterfly. And you know what I'm saying?
I'm laughing because man, when I was younger, man, like I love football, but bro, like I'm a big like NASA guy. Like I love NASA, right? I love like the whole traveling, going out of space, all that. So I used to always stare at the clouds. Like my coach is talking to me, and I'm looking in the clouds, like wondering what's going on.
I call kids like that a space cadet. I'm like, boy, son, where are you looking at? Hey, what I'm teaching ain't in them stars.
Hey man, my TI said that about this dude in my basic for like my basic training. He's like, man, goddamn space cadet. I'm like, damn, I never heard of that before, but that's hella funny. And last one,
hey, you're a goddamn drill sergeant. 3 seconds. Hey, bitch, I can't even process my feelings in 3 seconds.
All right, I need more than 3 seconds, coach.
I tell them, you want to be mad, you want to cry, you got 3 seconds. I might put it to 5 as y'all getting on my head. I might give it to 5.
Hey, give her 5, bro. You over there dropping stuff, man. You clumsy? I know you like 6'8".
Man, hey, it's a long way down too, man. It's a long way down. Might just see me fall.
Hey, what about this though? Hey, talking about expectations. I'm not about to let Mari beat me in shit until he can beat me. Hey, we playing hoops. I'm getting buckets. If we running routes, I'm getting catches because it's only so long you can beat him, baby. and then he like, shut up.
Right. Hey, no, like same thing, man. Like even if we playing like Madden or something, like my son get to talk. He's starting to talk a little junk now. I don't know where he's getting this from. But hey, you pick the sticks up, hey, I'm gonna beat you like I would beat anybody else. I beat my grandma if she was still alive. You wanna play? We gonna play. But you ain't gonna score, Granny.
No.
Might see me, man, soccer, that field too damn big. She might get the sauce on me. She do. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And it went by me. That made me looking back. I'm like, God damn it.
It's gonna be over with you at 12. You ain't gonna be able to tell her shit. Have a seat, Dad. Listen to Coach Bob. Have a seat.
For my son, if I ever have a son, even if when my start playing basketball, he never gonna beat me. If I have a son, he definitely ain't gonna beat me. If he beat me, he gotta move out. That's the stipulation. You gotta get out.
Last week we did a little picks with the college football, and let's kind of see how they fared. Mills, you tallied up the scores. So we looked at 17 games over the weekend. The top 25 LD picked out for us, and then what was our overall results out of that, Mills?
So in first place, I got 13 out of 17.
He talking about in first place, motherfucker. I tied you.
Let me get to that part.
God,
and tied for first place. Me and Mike both picked 13 out of 17, and then LD picked 12 out of 17. So the four that I got wrong was Texas losing, BYU losing, Penn State losing, and Bama losing. I think everybody other than Texas Tech, Texas A&M fans got that wrong, that Bama game. But and then the ones that we got right was Cincinnati, Arizona State, Ohio State, Florida, Ole Miss, Michigan State, Wake Forest, SMU, Georgia, Kentucky, Notre Dame, San Diego State.
Hey, so we're not just gonna just overlook that Bama loss, right? We all picked Bama. Nobody's expecting them to lose. Even though they was down at halftime, I put a fair amount of money on them to come back second half. They covered the spread, but they lost the game, and I was still shocked. For some reason, I still don't feel. Every time Bama play, I think they just gonna win.
That game was and they had Texas A&M. We ain't seen Alabama look off like that. So now, when anytime like sport, people look at sports and like a team that shouldn't have won, it's always the big team played bad. It's like it's very few times where people in the first instincts like this team just played that well. Texas A&M played that well, man. They had a good scheme. Their D line was getting a lot of pressure on Bryce Young. They looked ready to go, man, from jump. But we always think, okay, Alabama's losing, they finna come back. But A&M was on their ass from beginning to end. And even
I have to disagree. I have to disagree, man. Because I'm watching the game, and so I know, like you said, everybody expects Bama to win. Everybody expects that out of Bama. But I'm watching a Bama team like no other Bama team. You got players running into each other. That the one of the plays they scored on, like the players just running into each other. Like I know Nick Saban ain't teaching that. The DBs were getting burnt left and right. Yeah, and then receivers are good. But like, when is Bama DBs just getting cooked like that, like a whole game? We ain't never seen a Bama team like this.
But then, so, I didn't get to watch the game. But what if Texas A&M, they were just that good? Like, can we learn, not you, just in general, learn to give some teams some respect? Like they beat their ass that day.
They beat their ass, but on top of that, Mills did bring up some good points. Like it is some uncharacteristic. Alabama's make some uncharacteristically non-Alabama mistakes. I never seen Alabama players run into each other. You know what I'm saying? But is that due to, we walking into Texas A&M, make 2-2, we finna drag them. So it got to be something on focus. And then you being an underdog, you ain't got nothing to lose.
Hey, where did they play at? Was it Bama at home or Texas A&M at home?
A&M.
It was at A&M.
A&M was at home. So I ain't been there. You might have been there, Mills. I know for sure LD been there. So quickly, can you just like in 15 seconds, y'all can chime in about the environment of the 12th man down in College Station?
Hey, so that environment, 15 seconds, that environment is like second to none, man. It's nuts. So I can see how they could walk in there and be a little flustered. If you look at Bryce Young's face, sometimes he was kind of like looking around, like he played like a freshman sometimes, but he still did his thing. But that crowd is ridiculous.
LD, you got 15 seconds. What's up? What's the crowd like?
I've never been to College Station. I've never been to College Station. But I've been
hey, you don't get 15 seconds if you ain't been there, motherfucker. But you've been to an SEC, right?
Real quick.
Hey, LD, you've been to an SEC game, right? Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, I've been to a home few home games, few home Alabama games, bro. That's ridiculous. I can't describe it. That from beginning to end is jumping. Don't matter if they smacking the team by 50 or it's a close game. It don't matter.
Hey, you know who's starting to look like that right now? UTSA.
Man,
Oh,
okay.
Cowboys.
Hey, listen.
Listen. Hey, LD, let me tell you, dog. So this dude here is cool with the UTSA coaches, right? And they is folks, he in San Antonio or whatever. Now this motherfucker all he say
That ain't got nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Hey, now they should be in the top 25. No, they shouldn't. No,
They should. They ain't losing a game. That's like when Boise State was playing teams. They wasn't losing games.
Was at like 0. Hey, I'm sorry, UTSA. Y'all don't recruit my kids anyways, but I know y'all ain't gonna recruit now, but y'all should not be in the top 25.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. Listen, teams in the top 25 are losing, right or wrong. They're not losing
against some dogs, though.
It don't matter. You lose, you drop, right or wrong.
To us, it don't matter, but the coaches' poll is gonna matter because they gonna look at the strength of schedule. Like
I'm about to look up the schedule right now. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Look it up right now. It don't matter. Hey, listen. At the end of the day, they playing who lined up across from them. They ain't playing a bunch of D1 AA schools. They ain't playing a bunch against the Division II schools.
Mills, they undefeated still, right?
They undefeated. Yeah, they beat Illinois, Big Ten.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They beat Memphis. They beat UNLV, even though UNLV is not having a really good season.
Hey, Illinois.
That's the Big Ten. They just went to Western Kentucky and won. It ain't got nothing to do with me knowing the coaches or not. Like if they're winning,
they beat Memphis. Yes, they beat Memphis. I got you. Okay. Western Kentucky. I don't even know what division they in, so I'm not even gonna count that. And UNLV, we know where they stand right now. So they lost to Eastern. Or what is it? Eastern Washington, right? So I'll give them. All right. So they went out to Illinois and they beat them. That was a big win. I give them that one, and I give them the Memphis one. Other than that, it's soft.
Hey, again, they're beating who is on their schedule and they're winning, and the people above them are losing. So why shouldn't they get to the top 25? So Bama being number one, Bama just lost right to unranked A&M. Should Bama still be in the top 5 because they have a strong schedule?
Hey,
no, they lost to an unranked
team. Play UTSA, they'll beat the fuck out of them. It'll be 100-2.
That's different.
Oh,
that's
completely but you want to be in the top 25 with them. Fuck out of here, man.
Okay, why not? So should answer my question. So should Bama still be in the top 5 after losing to an unranked Texas A&M because they have a strong schedule? Yes or no?
They shouldn't be in the top 5. No, they got to drop down a little bit.
I can't even hear nothing you saying. Exactly.
See, because I unmuted. Hey, I'm not about to listen to you, but hey, I'm gonna give you a hot pick right now. I'm gonna tell you who UTSA gonna lose to. They on their schedule. They're gonna lose to 5-1 UTEP. Coach Scotty O'Hare out of UTEP got them receivers balling down in El Paso. Hey, put it on a mark. Hey, screen record this, post it to our site, tag those schools. I guarantee that UTSA uses to UTEP. Mark my words.
Do you want to bet on that game?
We can bet whatever you want.
You sound like a gambling man. You want to bet on that game?
Hey, gamble team, baby. Hey, I want you to how you record this and then put it on our Twitter, tag them coaches. I'm taking UTEP.
Hey, where's it at? Is it at UTSA or is it at UTEP?
Damn, if it was in Acapulco, I'm taking UTEP.
I'm asking you, where's the game at? That's gonna make the difference right there. Even though UTSA gonna win it.
Nah, because they got the little tunnel and the fireworks and the indoor rires. Hey, so did the what was the arena team we played against in San Antonio? I forgot what they was called though, man. I ain't hearing that.
Bro, I'm not fooling with you, man. That's gonna be a good game.
They play in El Paso. How far is that El Paso from y'all?
An 8-hour drive, direct flight on Southwest.
They got to drive 8 hours to get that ass slacked.
Yeah, man, they're not gonna lose that game. You tripping? That's gonna be a good game.
It is. UTEP looking good, man. I didn't realize how good they were looking this year until I seen them like on I seen their record. I was like, hold on, what? UTEP? That's looking. I'm like, okay.
UTEP ain't no slap around. The running back for the Packers was at UTEP last year, the rookie.
Yeah, they only lost to BYU, and BYU just upset. I'm sorry, they lost to Boise State. And Boise State just upset BYU 10th rank. So that's where my money at. But
good. I hope that's where your money at now. But in the end, your money gonna be in my pocket once y'all lose.
Hey, LD, you here to witness this. The world is here to witness this. We just gonna leave it at that. Any more good upsets coming up? I don't know if there's too many hot games. Hey, real quick, I got one question. I know it's off topic. What about USC though? So we got about a minute. USC fired their coach. They went with the other coach. Do you think he got a chance to keep his job? Is he winning enough games?
I think that comes down to the end of the season. My bad. Go ahead, OD.
No, I agree. I think you should at least let them get the season out the way, man. You're only going with a few games. However, USC, man, that's one of them top programs. So, man, it's the expectation is a lot higher than going to another school. So that played a role in it too. Go ahead, back to you, Mills.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that it comes down to how he does his being able to recruit, right? I know they just got a commit from a 2024 wide receiver.
Hey, and hey, didn't they get his brother too?
Oh, I didn't know that. I know that you're talking about no, his brother, you talking about the freshman?
Yeah, I think they offered him or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, I didn't know that, but I know they got him, and then they offered another. They got a commit from another freshman. I think it was a DB or whatever. So it's going to depend on his being able to recruit, and it's going to depend on him if he can win. If he wins the Pac-12 or they make a bowl game. Well, my point is, if they make a bowl game or something like that, I think he should be allowed to keep his job.
So they next game they got Notre Dame at Notre Dame. That's a big game. That's a big game for all of them, right? Because they 3-3. That can catapult into a few more wins, especially at Notre Dame. The history with Notre Dame in the USC game goes back to what we was in high school, right? With Reggie Bush and them. So they got Notre Dame, Arizona. They'll probably beat them. Arizona State, Cal, UCLA, and BYU. It's going to be a tough stretch, man. It ain't going to be easy walk through, but we'll see though. The interim coach tag is it's tough.
Yeah, no, he definitely has a schedule lined up ahead of him. So it'll be interesting to watch.
Hey, so this is the October show. This is the second show. We'll come back again once a month. We still at once a month. We'll get it going around Thanksgiving. That'll be a good one, man. So that'll be a good one. I love Thanksgiving at that time. So we will miss Halloween. So Mills, you dressing up for Halloween? You and Jeremiah?
I hate Halloween. I'm big on the haunted houses, but I'm not a real Halloween fan. So now we won't be dressing up.
Yeah, you should have dressed up like a clown anyways. It's all good. What about you, LD? You and baby girl dressing up?
Yeah, Maya want to be Serena Williams, man. So I'm gonna be Joe. I think it was his name Joe Williams, or whatever his name is. I'm gonna be him, man. Put a little shirt, my stomach. I put a pillow on my stomach, get a little scruffy beard.
Hell yeah. Hey, all you got to do is just carry the picture. You out there in Florida, they might be a little confused. They might think he's the regular.
Where are you? Where are you?
What clown you gonna be, Mike?
Hey, I ain't too big on Halloween either, but I do it for the kids. I think might be like Fred Flintstone. I always like the superheroes because everybody can kind of join in on it. But I think it's Fred Flintstone this year. And then Mari wants to be Bugs Bunny from Space Jam. So I might just channel my inner LeBron. You never know. You know what I'm saying? I got the beard on too right now.
Speaking of the kids, where's the little co-host this week, man?
She in here. Let me go get her. Give me 2 seconds.
Go ahead, man. Can't have a show without her, that's for sure.
So I see
Yo.
Hey, there my girl go. What's up?
Yeah, say good morning. She ain't fooling.
Hey, good morning.
What y'all want with me? Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey, but
go back inside.
So as we get into it, so for the third show, we are definitely looking for a college coach. Even a high school coach. I want to come talk about some things with us, man. That'll be fun. So anybody out there that wants to talk about some things, come on out, man. We'll love to have you. What y'all got?
Most definitely, man. We're looking for, like you said, a college coach to come on board, man, and give us the insight of recruiting from his standpoint, recruiting, and it's the kind of like the daily life for the coach, man. I know me personally, I thank y'all for sitting and watching our video for episode 2, and so can't wait to next month. Like you said, it's gonna be closer to Thanksgiving, so I'm ready for that one.
Man, episode 3, man. That's the holiday time, the time of the year, man. Family's involved, and everybody is involved. Man, I'm super super excited to either hear from a coach or a player to kind of get the ins and outs, kind of, pick his or her brain and kind of see what's going on, especially in today's days, because everything is different. A lot of things, social media is playing a major role in recruiting. People can go in and just upload their stuff whenever they want to. So it'd be cool to kind of get their perspective, and then from a fresh 2021 perspective. So again, like they said, thank you for watching our second episode. It's been great to talking to my partners about sports and life and stuff like that. So thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated.
Before we get out of here, man, let's just give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Iron Ink. Go ahead, Ladarian, tell us a little bit about it.
So Iron Ink is it's a brand. It's a brand mostly for workout attire. So it's going to cater to men and women. It's a brand that my mom was putting out. It's kind of been flirting with the idea for the last few years, but now she kind of pressed the button. So we're really looking forward to putting out this brand. It's going to be family owned, family ran. So as you can see, Iron Ink, we're going to have a bunch of some more merch coming out. Right now, just water bottles and kind of hats. So wanted to wear this, and she's a willing sponsor to the show. So we're going to get it out because it's a family thing for all three of us. Well, two of my homies right here. We super tight. So bring in a family brand that's also associated with us. So super excited to have Iron Ink as a sponsor for us.
Hey, and if you need some shirts, let me know, LD. I got you.
He definitely got my brain going. Coach Mike Hill, SF coming hard for spring. But hey, we appreciate all the sponsors, man, and we're glad to be here. I got to get to this bubble action, man. Little mama ain't got daycare today, so and I got practice at 3. But before she tear my shit down, I got to go.